I stood behind the wheel of my patrol cruiser, the early morning streetlights pale and flickering over slick pavement. The city was waking up. Soft hum of distant traffic, the occasional clang of trash cans being rolled out. My name is Officer Daniel Reyes. Badge #4421, assigned to the 5th Precinct, Section B. I wrapped my gloved fingers around a fresh cup of coffee, inhaling the bitter aroma. Today feels different. Last night's graveyard shift was mercifully uneventful. No domestic quarrels, no noise disturbed, just the usual minor infractions. But there's always that sense of tension at the back of your mind. In policing, you learn quickly calm is the lull before the storm. My partner, Officer Jenna Cho, sat in the passenger seat, scrolling through dispatch logs on her tablet, and she nudged me with a knowing look. Coffee? I nodded, raising my cup, feeling the morning shake off the edges of fatigue. Any calls yet? I asked, still peeling away mental fog. Nothing, she said. What a gift. She smiled, but it was fragile, like glass under pressure. We both knew it wouldn't last. Chapter 2. The dispatch. My radio crackled, slicing through the silence. All units, attention, disturbance in progress at 1243 Willow Avenue. Possible break-in. Suspect unknown. Neighbors report loud noises, glass breaking. Backup advised, ETA 5 minutes. A break-in near the old industrial district, a sector known for shuttered factories and vacant lots. Not a place where people should just be crashing through windows. I flipped this cruiser into drive, tires spinning on the damp road. Lights on, siren low. Jenna's voice was tight. JDPM, that's your drill, she said. Her finger dropped into gear, face set. Let's bring calm to the chaos, I replied, voice quieter than the siren's wail. There's something about being an officer in those moments. Your heart hammers, but your hands go calm. That's discipline. Chapter 3, Arrival at Willow. We pulled up outside the address, a small, boarded-up warehouse with broken windows. Faint yellow light flickered inside through cracks in the boards. There were no other cars, no crowd. That was either good or bad. I killed the engine. The world pressed in. Jenna keyed her mic, alerting dispatch we'd arrived. We stepped out. Night had retreated, but the sky threatened rain. The air smelled of oil and rust and the faint copper of old blood. Or was that just on my mind? We edged forward, flashlights slicing arcs across broken glass and debris. The door to the building was twisted, hinges shattered. We looked at each other and drew our weapons, flashlights illuminating the sleek metal. I motioned for Jenna to cover the right. We moved in tandem, slow and silent, breathing shallow, but alert. My boot clicked over a puddle. Jenna stopped me with a tap. There was movement ahead. Shadow flickered. We called it out. Police, a voice hissed from within. Don't move. Chapter 4. The Encounter. We peeled back the door. Inside, dim light, bulbs swaying overhead, casting shadows. A man crouched behind a stack of pallets, battering flashlight in hand. He wore a dark hoodie, jeans muddy. He looked terrified. Hands up on your head, Jenna commanded. The man froze, lifted his hands. He was clean-shaven, young, 20s at best. Fear etched his features. Behind him on a battered table lay a shattered window pane. Tools scattered, crowbar, hammer. Who are you? I said. Why are you here? The man swallowed. I thought someone was inside. I saw the door open and heard noise. His voice cracked. I was trying to get my cat. She's inside. I live nearby. She got locked in. A cat. Not burglars. My grip relaxed, though I didn't lower my weapon until backup arrived. I signaled the man stay right there, and we radioed for animal control and wanted to confirm the man's ID. Backup swarmed in. A dozen lights trained on pallets and frightened man. Point Dr. Patel, animal control, arrived minutes later with cages and coaxed the frightened feline out. The man, Lucas Monroe, produced his ID calmly. We ran checks, no outstanding warrants. He cried when the cat, Fluffy Calico, padded toward him, lapping food. I turned to Jenna. False alarm. She exhaled, better than a real one. And Chapter 5, Aftermath. Lucas apologized, voice trembling. I'm so sorry, I panicked. I thought she was dying in there. You did what you thought was right, I said gently. But next time, call us first. No door kicking. He nodded. We escorted him and Dr. Patel out. Lucas held the cat. Officers Free Vector and Miller took statements, ran neighborhood canvass. Dispatch cleared the area in 10 minutes. No stolen goods, no broken property besides the board. Back in the cruiser, Jenna stared forward. I passed her a bottle of water. That was unorthodox, she said, but lucky. I nodded. Not every call ends in cuffs, right? No, she said, voice soft. Sometimes it ends in kindness. Chapter 6, The Storm Breaks. We eased back onto the beat. The storm clouds overhead finally broke. Rain pattering on the cruiser's roof. We decided to grab breakfast at a 24-hour diner on Elm Street. I took off my cap and wiped my brow, still feeling the adrenaline ebb. Inside the diner, the neon sign flickered. Open 24 hours. The place smelled of bacon and coffee. We slid into a booth. Over eggs and toast, Jenna looked across the table at me. Dan, you ever think about leaving? She asked. I paused, fork halfway to my mouth. We'd worked together for 2 years. She was steady, focused. I knew what she meant. Leave? Police work? Yes, she said. For something quieter. Family, maybe. I don't know. It feels heavy sometimes. I swallowed. I thought about it. The weight of every frantic call, every tragedy, every tiny victory, like saving a cat. It added up. I think about it, I admitted. But then I remembered days like today. It wasn't violent. It was humane. She nodded slowly. It's not always crime scenes chases, I said. Sometimes it's for hearts more than cells. She drained her coffee. I needed that. Chapter 7, The Decision. The rain renewed its beat outside. I looked at Jenna. What if we shift focus? Community outreach, animal rescue, local school. We could make a difference without cuffing. Her eyes lit up uncertainly. Could we? Yeah, I said. We're still cops. We're still protectors. But we can be more than crime fighters. We can be neighbors. She smiled, relief softening her features. Maybe I'll stick around, she said, almost to herself. I nodded. Maybe we both will. Chapter 8, Evening Watch. That night, the storm cleared. The city glowed street lamps reflecting off wet asphalt. The air smelled fresh. Jenna and I patrolled the same streets, but things felt lighter. We greeted early shift workers, helped to fix a flat tire, and checked in on a homeless man who lived under the bridge. At one point, I checked the cat's picture Lucas texted, alive, curled in his lap. I showed Jenna, and she chuckled. Good ending, huh? Best kind, I replied. As midnight neared, we parked the cruiser at the precinct. We filed our report. Incident resolved, no crime. I keyed it in. Break-in suspicious. False alarm, property owner rescued pet, no charges. It felt good to type those words. Rescued, not arrested. Epilogue, beyond the badge. Weeks later, Jenna and I started a small initiative, Pause Perceive, a program where officers help the public in animal-related calls, build trust among families, elderly residents, and kids. We hosted meet and greet sessions at local schools, taught safety around stray animals, and helped rescue injured pets. The precinct backed us. At our first event, a young boy came running up, pointing at his hamster trapped in a cage. Jenna knelt, coaxed the frightened pet out, and handed it back. The boy's mother thanked us. Jenna shrugged that tired but bright smile. I stood beside her, cloak of badge and uniform, heavy no more. That's why I became a cop. To serve, to protect, to bring light in storms. Sometimes that light is in rescuing a cat. Other times it might be saving a life. All of it matters. And so I drive again, helmet of early dawn breaking overhead. My partner beside me, hands steady on the wheel. We've found something beyond law enforcement, something deeper. The pulse of community, the flicker of trust, the warmth of kindness. That's policing too. Tonight we patrol, and tomorrow we build brighter tomorrow. End of story.